Truman, a joyful and peace-loving person who's living his life peacefully in the beautiful city called Sea Haven, who's going through his normal life, picking up newspaper and living with his beautiful wife, and goes on to work, and he follows a pretty much a normal life. But he always had a dream of moving to Fiji Island. One fine day, he meets his father, like who kinds of run at him. Shocked by this, he follows his father, who was getting captured by two armed men, uh, and pushed into a bus. For getting disappointed by that, Truman starts to remember what happened to his father by going through his a lot of memories. That's when we come to know that Truman's father was killed in a thunderstorm, where Truman asked his father to go deeper into sea. That's where his father, due to his hurricane, falls into the water and dies. So, starting to suspect, Truman starts to suspect his surroundings. He tries to watch what's happening around him. While noticing, he starts to notice that he's seeing a lot of same people who are going through in a synchronized pattern, and he's able to like identify who's going to be coming next, and he starts to see a pattern. Also, you're going to see a similar backstory where Truman finds goes to a college. He finds a love of his life, but one fine day when the both are on the beach, comes to know that he is living in a world of simulation, and then none of this is real except his girlfriend, who after saying this gets kidnapped by her father, saying that she's suffering from mental illness and she's going to go to Fiji Island. So that's where we come to know that why uh, Truman wants to go to Fiji Islands. So coming back to the real life, yeah, he start to suspect his wife, his employer, he starts to suspect everyone. And one fine day, he tries to uncover this truth by taking his wife along with him in a car ride. Then he starts to notice whenever he's trying to escape the city, all of the roads is getting traffic jammed. So predicting this. Truman decides to go in a random where he tries to go to the city, and we will see a random sign coming out there's a forest fire happening, which all of a sudden for fire starts to come at his through at his car. And after some time, you'll be seeing a warning of a nuclear disaster, in which we can see one police officer tries to stop him from going further anymore. Saddened by this, he also start to realize that a police officer calls him by a name Truman. Then only starts to understand there's something wrong in the place he's living, because a random person calls him is by his name. So that's why he suspects something is wrong happening around him, and he starts to ask his wife. She starts to randomly place advertisements, like this is a product, this is a product, and she starts to speak directly to the camera. That's where his friend comes in and tries to calm him down. And once they are in a night, once one night where his friend and Truman are hanging out. His father comes back and try and gets reunited with his son. Then we cut back to the studio where this entire thing is formed. Then we can see the creator of the show, Christoph, explaining why this Truman Show was brought up, and how Truman was identified, how he was an orphan, and he was selected from among six orphan children, and tried to build a show around him by creating artificial rain, artificial sunlight, and artificial buildings, and with set people who comes through them. Even his father and mother is acting purpose. We can see how Truman's life evolved from being a small child to a 30-year-old through a live telecast 24 cross 7. So going back to Truman's world, we can see he starts off his world peacefully. As usual, he says his catchphrase of he sees of goes to work, buys newspaper for his wife. So he created a situation where everyone believed like he's back to normal. So like everyone starts to relax of situation. But one fine day, after seeing his girlfriend's picture, he starts to go to the Fiji Islands by like cheating on his cheating like he was in a bed and he escaped and he went through the sea. All the including the show creator never suspected that Truman would go to a sea as he was traumatized from childhood by the sea. So, in despair, attempts to keep Truman out of reaching the end of the sea. Set in the set world, Christoph introduced as an artificial storm which tried to kill his father. But Truman, with his determination to go to Fiji Island, holds on and still tries to fight everything what is coming in his way. And after morning, he reaches the end of the set where he finds out that his entire world is being built around is a fake one and nothing of this is real. Shocked by this, he goes on to the stage where the show creator Gustav tries to console him and say by saying the world out there is a fake one. You can't expect good people like this outside the world which you have been living through in our Truman's world in C7. But Truman, not falling for his trap, says, "Whatever comes, I will face it." And says goodbye to his audience and leaves the set. So, if you like this recap, please hit the like button, share button, and subscribe button, and please hit the bell icon as well for awesome content. Have a good day. Cheers.